On a dark, stormy night, much like this one, Karradyne walked into her apartment and saw freshly baked cookies. She decided to pick one up and take a bite.
Tasty.
Little did Karradyne know, that cookie had human nails in it. So she reached for the glass of water that was standing in front of her. She takes a hearty sip, and she's relieved, but she also didn't know that that cup had human nails in it, too.
Oh! Is nothing sacred?
Nothing is sacred indeed. She just sits there in the dark of her apartment, wondering why somebody would make toenail
Why
cookies
me?
and water.
Why me?
Then she gets up and she decides that she's going to find who did this. But in the meantime, she wants you to know the name of this week's episode.
A Nailbiter and Inmost enjoy Junior Colombian Burger.
And little did she know her teeth were also made of human toenails.
Oh my god, stop.
Hello, hello. Welcome to A Horror Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about spooks, scares, frights, and stuff that terrorized us during the week. My name is Crypt, and with me is my frightening co-host and wife, Karradyne Knife.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Corroded is not spelled with a K. Thank you.
It is on my
Very
notes.
much. I know. I don't like that.
See, I googled scary words with K, and
Knife of Destiny.
no, that's not scary. That's more grand than scary. But I did find kill, killer, killers, killing, kills, killed, cabal, cabals, kebab, king, knight, Kong, kill, hall, keeper, keepsake, kerosene, keyhole, kickback, kidnap, kidnapper, knife,
Keepsake. Oh my god.
knuckle, null, knockout, knock down, drag out. Yeah.
Okay.
The scary words with K are not very frightening. There's one here that says Keesfee. I don't know what the hell that is.
I should have been corroded nail clippers.
Corroded nail clippers.
That would have been more fitting for this episode.
Yeah, with all those knives, with all those nails that you ate in the intro.
Uh-huh.
We had to redo that like 5 times, and each time you had to eat a nail cookie every single time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love those nail cookies.
So delicious. Mm-hmm. You know what was delicious, though?
What?
That beef ragu pappardelle I made today.
Was it?
It was delicious.
Everybody but me thought it was delicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You thought it was pretty bad.
I didn't think it was bad. I
No?
wouldn't have eaten any of it if I thought it was bad. But I wasn't a fan necessarily.
Why?
Because I don't like large noodles. I don't like lasagna noodles. I don't like
Fettuccine?
yeah, I don't like those kinds of noodles. And I felt like it needed more seasoning. And I didn't like that it tasted like a roast with pasta in it. It felt distinctly like German food, which I hate with all of my heart and stomach.
I mean, I'm
It felt like German food. I ain't about that.
I'll give you that the pasta felt like German food because it was pappardelle, which is thick and eggy. I thought it was delicious. I thought it was.
I am so glad
I
you
think
did.
this was the most delicious pasta I've ever done.
Because you slaved over it, so it's
Yes.
only fitting that you liked it.
Just me.
And Matt and Marla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't like it.
I'm so sorry.
It was a really easy recipe too. All you had to do was sear the beef both sides and put all the ingredients into a pot and let it simmer for 2 hours, and then just cook the pasta, right?
Yeah, if I had read that recipe more in depth before you made it, I probably would have refused to let you make it.
Why?
Because it's a roast spaghetti form. It's not. Nope. No. Those things are not supposed to go together.
You're
No.
ridiculous.
Oh,
You're
no.
ridiculous. So this week we start Horror Month.
Yes.
What else started this week apart from Horror Month? Something along the lines of your other one true love apart from me.
Disney! Wait, books. Books are more of my love than Disney.
I thought you were going to say than you.
I love books more than I love you. No. So Walt Disney World celebrated its 50th anniversary this past Friday, October 1st. Magic Kingdom opened on October 1st, 1971, along with a couple of resorts, I think. So I spent, like the crazy ass that I am, the entire day after my doctor's appointment
On Friday
at Disney. And I didn't even have a reservation for Magic Kingdom. I had to hop to Magic Kingdom. And with the new reservation system, you're not allowed to hop until 2 p.m. So me and everyone else who had to hop popped up at Magic Kingdom at like 12:30 and sat there and waited and waited and waited. And then they finally tortured us and let us go up to the gate. And then I finally got in.
eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oops.
So you said that you had something very nasty that you ate there.
Yeah, so each of the big food locations in Magic Kingdom, like Cosmic Rays, Pecos Bill, stuff like that, had a 1971 meal for their location. It was like one of the meals that you could have had on opening day in 1971.
Okay, I thought it was a meal that cost $19.71.
It did cost $19.71.
Oh, I thought it was, yeah.
Okay, so it comes with a drink, so that's one of the reasons why it's way more expensive, because drinks at Disney World are like $5.
Yeah, they want you to die of dehydration.
Yes.
Yeah, they want to charge you for your life.
So basically the 1971 meal at Cosmic Rays, which is where we ate, was a barbecue chicken sandwich topped with kale slaw, served with Walt's chili and cheese fries, fountain beverage, and a 50th anniversary themed cake pop. Let me tell you that when we placed our order for this food, I'd say we placed the order like around 2:30-ish. And we were placing it for like 5 o'clock because, I mean, that was the earliest time that we could get. It was for dinner, whatever. There were tons of people there. So we placed the order, and that sandwich, I shit you not, the picture of it was a grilled chicken patty with bacon on top of it. That was the picture. We got there, and they gave us the tray, and we were like, this is the wrong order, because it's cubed chicken covered in barbecue sauce. So it looks like pulled pork. It looks like a pulled pork sandwich. And we're just like, okay, I guess it did say it was barbecue chicken, but we thought from that picture that it was a chicken patty with barbecue sauce on top of it. We get to the table and he pulls up, my friend Alan pulls up the app. Sure enough, they changed the photo in the app because apparently they had lots of complaints that was not what the chicken sandwich looked like in the app photo. So basically, this is one of the worst things I've ever had at Disney World. And Disney food is just really not great. It's just not. But that chicken sandwich, oh man. I think I determined that it was the kale slaw and the huge chunks of cabbage in it. It just made it taste like...
bitter.
Yeah. Bitter as fuck. It so drowned out everything that could have been good about that chicken. It totally took over the entire sandwich. I wound up pulling it apart and taking the chicken and dipping it in ranch. That made it better.
So you say that what the chicken sandwich is a okay. So here's a couple of red flags for me. To start off with the name. Barbecue chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
With kale slaw.
Yeah.
I have never had a barbecue sandwich in my life that has been good. Never.
Yeah.
Barbecue anything sandwiches are always bad.
That's very true.
They always give you like really shitty protein.
It's like covered in fat.
And they overdress it in barbecue sauce so that you think that it tastes good.
Yeah. So then
kale slaw on top of that, like, how was the kale slaw? Was it kale slaw, or
it was just dry kale slaw, just tossed on there, like it wasn't made into a coleslaw. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't have that binder. It was just all the dry stuff tossed on there.
It just sounds so bad because the kale is so bitter on its own.
It was very overpowering.
You have to cook it to take that bitterness away.
And
Even if it
Alan
was
thought that
fried, I would love it if it was fried because then all the bitterness is out and whatever you put on it, it's perfect. But
Right.
it just
Alan was
sounds
convinced that there was
terrible.
cilantro in it because I think he's one of those people that thinks cilantro tastes like soap. I don't think there was cilantro in it. It was just bad. But it did come with those chili cheese fries, and those were actually really good. If I could go back in time and just get 2 orders of chili cheese fries and have that as my dinner, I would, because that cake pop was a pile of trash too. So it's this blue icing, cute cake pop with sprinkles on it, and you bite into it, and it's the darkest, nastiest, driest chocolate cake I've ever. And I don't like chocolate cake. I don't like chocolate. I'll pass. But it was dry as fuck, and the frosting was like that mushy mascarpone sadness. It was awful. It was so bad.
Oh God.
I took 1 bite.
See, the thing is, I feel like this applies to you and most people, is that they give you, oh, we have this. You're like, oh, I like that one word in that one thing. I'm going to have that. And it ends up being the worst thing ever. Like, every time you say, oh, I want to have the brisket, and you forget.
Oh, how fatty it is.
You forget that you only like barbecued smoked brisket.
Yeah, I don't want like
kind of brisket.
sad pho brisket. That's disgusting. No. But I did want to tell you about this burger. Alan regretted not getting it. So it's called the Mission to Mars. It is a burger topped with bacon and macaroni and cheese, served on a bun dusted with crushed cheese-flavored puffs.
What?
Basically, it is a Cheeto bun.
That actually looks pretty fucking disgusting.
It looks so nasty, right? I saw so many people with this on their trays. It looked revolting. I do not like Disney mac and cheese. I don't like Disney burgers because it's just those frozen pre-made patties that have no flavoring at all. Like a McDonald's hamburger is better than a Disney hamburger. Okay, come on.
No.
The bacon is probably the best part of that burger. Oh boy, it was. The food was quite disappointing. Quite. Don't
terrible.
spend 1971 on that sad 1971 meal. Oh yeah, but I had a fun time, even though the new fireworks show at Magic Kingdom is a pile of flaming garbage. Basically, we finally got Main Street projections. That's something that Disneyland has had for quite some time. But these projections, they didn't test them out properly. You can't tell what the fuck any of this stuff is supposed to be. So there's this Beauty and the Beast bit where you're supposed to have dancing plates and spoons on Main Street. You cannot tell what any of it is because it's so warped. And then there's another bit with Elsa, and there are these elaborate projections on Main Street. You cannot tell what any of it is. I couldn't tell you what it was even supposed to be. I was only able to tell the plates and spoons because I knew it was Beauty and the Beast, and they look like they may have been plates and spoons at one point in time.
What should not be plates and spoons? What should be forks and saucers?
Oh my gosh, shut up. Anyway, so yeah, I was at Disney on the 50th anniversary. Booyah in your face.
That's good because it gave me time away from you to do.
It did. Do your own thing.
Wanted.
Hang out with the dog. Get all of her love.
Yeah. So I got to play the new Hot Wheels game that came out, the Hot Wheels Unleashed. And I'm going to say it's a Hot Wheels game, like a toy-based video game. It's actually a lot of fun. It's very, I don't know if you ever played in the arcade, the games Cruising USA and Cruising World, where you would sit down and you would select your car and drive against a time limit, hitting checkpoints and all that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So it feels somewhat like that. There's no elements like Mario Kart, like shooting or anything, or knocking each other out of the track or whatever. But it does have a lot of arcade competitive racer vibes to it. And you get to unlock more Hot Wheels to play as. and they're all based in like these old iconic Hot Wheels cars. Like there's the one that's shaped like a shark. There's the one that's a garbage truck. I think maybe even the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is one of them. I do know that there's a DeLorean. I haven't gotten that one, but it's really fun. The only thing I don't like about it is that the way that you get the cars is by loot boxes. So you would have to we get random cars. You're not gonna get the specific one you want whenever you want. So that's like the only thing that I didn't kind of like about it, but other than that, it's a really fun game.
You know, the only thing I think about when I think of Hot Wheels?
Your stepbrother?
Dakota. Yep. Haynes didn't play with them. Only Dakota.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't really play with
Those
them.
bitches were like Legos.
I had a bunch of...
Step on them.
Yeah. I had a bunch of them. I didn't really play with them at all. But they were like $1 a Hot Wheel, so who wouldn't buy that for a kid?
Right?
I'll shut them up for $1.
And he had like this rug that was like a cityscape. So we got to drive him around on the streets.
And crash into each other?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fun. And then I also played the Stranger of Chaos demo. So this game is a retelling of Final Fantasy 1. And it's very Dark Souls. But it feels more fun than a regular Dark Souls game. I mean, the combat is very... It feels very responsive and very... if you fuck up, it's your own problem. It doesn't feel like there's any input delay or anything like Dark Souls does sometimes. And it feels... The combat feels a little bit like in Final Fantasy 15. But it's the little bit that I played, it's fun. I think I'm definitely going to get this game when it comes out. I am not too hype about the designs of the characters. They do look like regular jerk-offs from the street that they just put in a Final Fantasy game.
Oh my gosh.
And but so far, it's a fun demo. So if anybody has any inklings of maybe I should download this and try it out, it's not bad. It's really not bad. I do think that the tutorial part of the demo was kind of annoying, even though it lasts like 15 minutes. It's just like, do this, do this, do this. Like, stop. Let me go get killed, please.
Enough. Let me die.
Exactly. And we also watched some movies this weekend, right?
We did. We watched a lot of movies this weekend. We watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and everyone needs to go see it right now. We're not going to spoil anything for you, but the post-credit scene, you have to see it. You have to. Like right now. Stop what you're doing and just go Google it. No, yeah. Go watch the movie.
Then go watch the movie. It's a really fun movie. It's a great
movie.
Yeah. And
I still don't like seeing Woody Harrelson as the bad guy, but he was a good bad guy.
Woody Harrelson
he's crazy.
As Cletus Cassidy looks a lot like one of our friends. A lot.
Don't tell him that. He doesn't listen, so.
Yeah. He looks a lot.
He'll never find out because like none of them listen like true friends.
Yep. So it was funny. I laughed so much throughout the entire movie because just Eddie Brock and Venom, their banter and their dynamic is so funny.
So funny. I didn't know anything about Venom coming into this relationship. I'm like, oh, he really likes Venom. I don't get it. Whatever. And then we watched it and I was like, oh, I didn't think that he was like a funny dude. Venom, not you.
Venom is
I know
funny.
You were funny.
See, the first one, it has a lot of... It feels a lot like a buddy cop movie, like a good guy, bad guy thing throughout the entire movie. This one just builds on that, and it just pushes it.
Venom he's just a big puppy dog.
He is.
He really is. I love him.
And he misses Eddie the entire time.
He does. It's adorable.
I want a Venom of my own.
Right? Luna needs a Venom.
I'll let him eat the brains of the customers that I get every day.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they don't tip me, you can eat them.
Oh, my God.
And he can eat them.
Anyway.
What?
We also, because today's October 3rd, not when you're listening, because we're recording this a day earlier than it will release. But we had to watch Mean Girls. We went out to dinner with Matt and Marla on Saturday night, and something came up about Chris like never having seen Mean Girls, And Matt, being a genius, realized, oh, you got to watch it tomorrow. It's October 3rd. And I was like, fuck yeah. So we all got together and cooked dinner. And, well, hubby cooked dinner. And watched Mean Girls. And he hated it. You laughed at one part.
Yeah.
One single solitary part.
Was it the promiscuous band geeks?
The sexually active band geeks.
That was funny. That was the one funny thing in the entire movie. The rest of the movie
I can't with you.
It wasn't a good movie.
It's hilarious. It is a classic.
See,
classic.
I'm gonna say that it's a classic.
Maybe we should just stab Caesar.
I'm guessing it's a classic chick flick. But
no, it's not even a chick flick.
Or a kid flick, like a teenager movie. Or
Listeners,
whatever.
please email us your thoughts on Mean Girls and whether or not you think it is a chick flick.
It was terrible. It was so bad. I think
it is one of the best movies of all time.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
One of the best movies of all time. You know what we need to watch?
What?
The Room. We've never watched it together.
No, not together, but we do need to watch The Room.
I actually watched The Room alone.
You did?
I did. It was not a fun experience alone.
Why?
Because I was questioning why I was watching it the whole time. Like, what is life?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, Tommy Wiseau, weird vampire.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. All right, so we have one. Oh, wait. We asked last week
who's your favorite Pokemon?
Yes.
Pokemon.
We got two answers.
From Matt and Marla.
Yes, we did. Marla says her favorite Pokemon is Magmar because it looks like a duck with a butt on his forehead. Mm-hmm. And Matt's was Charizard, which everybody loves Charizard, so it's okay.
Everybody loves Charizard and Pika.
And Pikachu, yeah.
Pikachu.
Unfortunately, Pikachu still gets a pass.
I love Pikachu.
So let's go into the Burger Champ email of the week.
Okay.
And the thingy line for this...
the subject?
Yes. The subject line for this email is prepare for terror.
Oh.
For spooky season, I bring you the scariest question I've ever asked. Give up one forever. All rice, all pasta and noodles, all potatoes, or all bread.
Oh!
4 potential terrifying realities. Will Karradyne survive the pressure?
Oh my gosh. Burger Champ, you're not my friend anymore. Primarily because of that photo. It's not okay.
Oh, the teeth and
it's
nipples and eyeballs,
okay.
Nintendo 64.
That was terrifying. I can't. I almost threw up in my mouth.
Maybe we should add that photo on the Instagram picture so people can see it.
I can't look at it. You're going to have to take care of the Instagram post by yourself. Okay, so I wouldn't want to give up rice because that means I can't have pollo a la raja, whatever the hell that stuff is. It's amazing. My cheesy rice. I need it. I can't give up pasta because pasta is life. I'm thinking I might have to give up. No, I can't give up potatoes because of Taco Bell potatoes. I can't give up potatoes, but I can't give up bread either. I honestly think I would have to give up bread.
Really?
Out of that list.
Seriously?
If I had to rank them, I think potatoes and bread would be at the bottom. Oh, God. It's either potatoes or bread.
Oh, boy.
Maybe the potatoes. It'll keep me from going back to Taco Bell.
Okay. Man, now that I think about it, I'm definitely keeping pasta and noodles. I'm definitely keeping bread. But it's between...
You need rice.
It's either rice or potatoes.
You can't have rice and beans. Or you can't have your potatoes and onions that you make.
I eat more potatoes than I do rice. So... And wait, okay, I think I found a workaround. Is risotto technically pasta or rice?
Risotto's rice.
Is it technically pasta or rice? Is it pasta or rice?
It's rice. You're confusing it with what is that stuff called? It's not. Is it couscous?
I hate couscous.
Is that the one that's like little rice grain shape, but it's noodles?
Yeah,
is that the one?
So.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I
know I hate couscous and I hate quinoa.
You don't like quinoa?
Yeah, quinoa.
You don't like Joaquin Phoenix.
That shit is garbage. I guess I'm gonna have to go give up rice. I can.
The Puerto Rican gives up rice.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't give up pasta and noodles because pho and ramen and pappardelle that you don't like.
Yeah.
I can't give up potatoes because French fries and all kinds of potatoes cooked
I
different
could
ways.
give up French fries if I had to.
All bread? No, I can't give up bread.
But cheese fries. Oh
Yeah.
man. We declined to answer.
No, we already answered.
We
All right.
declined.
So he does have a second part to the question.
Okay.
Now, to make it even more blood curdling,
Oh my god.
choose only one to eat for all time. He says, insert cackle and thunder.
I think that's impossible.
Eat one for all time?
Choose one?
One for all time? That's easy.
What?
Bread.
Because you can,
Do everything with it.
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
are you going bread?
Yeah.
Really?
Fine. I don't know.
Think about it.
I think pasta.
You're going with pasta for all time?
I think so.
You sound so defeated. What?
I am defeated because I keep thinking about the pollo a la raja, but then I also think about spaghetti and all the things. God, you can do so many things with rice and pasta. So many things.
Yep. You can.
But I think more of my comfort foods come from pasta. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Pasta. Pasta. I can make chicken pasta salad. Pasta.
So pasta for
Pasta.
the rest of life. See, that wasn't that hard, but
I'm glad this isn't actually happening.
can you imagine?
Right?
All you can eat for the rest of your life is just tasteless pasta. No sauce, no nothing. Just al dente boiled pasta.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the water wasn't salted and seasoned.
Oh, there's no point.
Okay, all I get to eat for the rest of life is Wonder Bread. Just Wonder Bread.
With Miracle Whip.
No, just plain Wonder Bread. All right. So you ready to go into your segment?
I am.
All right. So this is Book Talk.
So basically what had happened is that I was supposed to read Empire of the Vampire for this week's episode, but that book is like 5,000 pages long and I didn't finish in time. So I'm going to try to review that bitch for next week. In the meantime, I said, hubby, what if I review a horror graphic novel or comic? He's like, sure, that's fine. I start searching all these top horror comics, and I'm reading him the synopsis. I'm reading him all of the
synopsises.
Yeah, those. And he's like, I guess that would be okay. So I finally found one that I remembered him mentioning before. Nailbiter.
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, so Nailbiter Volume 1. There Will Be Blood was published on October 14th, 2014 by Image Comics. It is by Joshua Williamson, Mike Henderson, and Adam Gazowski. I think there was one other person listed, but they're not listed on Goodreads. Okay, so Nailbiter Volume 1 starts with the police outside a house in California. They bust in and this man is literally eating someone's fingers. Like, still attached to this dude's body, but he's dead on the floor. The panels are cool and, like, show a folder in the top, like, right-hand corner with the, like, case file on this guy. And so we get his name, Edward Charles Warren, and his serial killer info. So it says that he targets people who bite their nails. He keeps them captive until their nails grow back. And then he chews their fingers down to the bone.
Yep.
So the story then jumps 3 years ahead, and we are in Buckaroo, Oregon, where serial killers are born, apparently.
I remember that name, Buckaroo.
Buckaroo, it's really hard to forget, isn't it?
Yep. I was trying to remember the name earlier, thinking about the comic book. And I couldn't remember the name of the city. I just remembered it was something stupid.
Do you remember when you read these?
2015, 16.
So shortly after they
so
published.
It's been a while. I think that when I stopped, they hadn't finished. I don't even know if they had finished the comic yet. I do want to get back into it.
Is it done?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think I noticed that there were several volumes on Hoopla.
Whoop.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Buckaroo like even has a serial killer souvenir shop, and that's just the creepiest thing ever to me. But one of the officers who had been assigned to the Nailbiter case is in Buckaroo, and he thinks that he's figured out the link between all of the serial killers from Buckaroo. They're called the Buckaroo Butchers. So he like calls his friend and is like, hey, you're the only person I trust. You need to get out here because I figured it out. So this other cop gets there to help out, and it turns out that the original cop, Carol, has gone missing in the time that it took for him to call and say, get out here. We find out that the Nailbiter was acquitted and sent home. So they go to his house to see if they can figure out anything about Carol missing, since he is supposedly the only serial killer that's like out and about. Most of them are dead or in prison.
Okay, so they never specifically said that the Nailbiter killed people. They never, like, they didn't even hint at it throughout the entire run that I read.
I thought it said that he killed them after chewing their fingers down. Did he not kill them?
I don't remember.
I do feel like, so there is a panel where like everybody's like, how did he get away with this?
Exactly,
Jury of your
yeah.
peers, my ass. And they're going through all of his counts, and I think it was just attempted murder. I don't think it was. I don't think anything was ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because
Right?
I remember reading the comic and being like, well, he's supposedly a serial killer, but he's free, and
How would he have been found not guilty?
they never said if he killed anybody or not. So
I think he's just fucked up.
yeah.
Tortured them.
See, that character reminded me a lot of the Joker from Batman.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Except he likes to eat people's fingernails.
Yeah. Eats their whole damn finger.
Pretty much.
Like down to the knuckle.
Yeah,
what the
that's
fuck?
why he made you those delicious cookies.
Oh my god. Anyway.
It's fingernail cookies.
Okay, so like, oh boy. I was not in a good mental state when I was reading this. We're just gonna put it that way. And this thing really freaked me the fuck out. But one of the first places it really freaked me out was that it does this horrific thing where the panels are like from the viewpoint of one of the serial killers. So like you have this person like talking to you in the panel. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then like this guy's like, well, I did everything that you told me to and blah, 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 blah. And then you just see a hand with a knife at the corner of the panel and it slashes across this dude's face. And I'm like, nope, I can't do this. I can't do it. I don't like it. It's making me really uncomfy, but it gets worse. It gets way worse. So let's see here. It is pretty interesting, like when we finally get to seeing Carol's notes, the original cop that's gone missing, and he's documented the other butchers from Buckaroo and what they did. There was one guy who killed people who talked during movies. There was a set of twins, right? There was a set of twins who only killed other sets of twins. There was this one kid who was an artist, and he like treated his victims like a living canvas and like mutilated them. But like in the name of art. There was a blonde who would let men catcall her, and then she would cut out their tongues and sew their mouths shut.
Right. I remember that one too.
And the book burner. I can't remember exactly what made him so mad, but he was setting libraries on fire with people inside of them. I was like, ooh, book burner. No, bad book burner. Bad.
No, he's not burning through the pages of a book by reading it really fast.
Oh my gosh.
He's literally burning books.
So like I said, it got worse. This damn thing gave me some fucking heart palpitations. I was like, I need some water. I need to put my phone down for a little bit. There is this whole bit where Crane, she is the Buckaroo sheriff, and the new cop who's come to town, they go to the morgue to check out these bodies because they think one of them might be Carol. And the lights keep flickering while they're there. And they're like, oh, we've had really bad budget cuts and we just can't afford to like get it fixed. So like every couple seconds, the lights flicker and like it goes black. So like every other panel basically is black. And one of the times the lights comes back on, obviously someone else has come into the room and none of them realize it. Oh, Lord, this is why I can't watch horror movies. I would have an anxiety attack. Full blown. I was, So all kinds of crazy shit happens, and we eventually follow Crane, the sheriff, and the other dude to dig up one of the serial killer's graves, the book burner, because his body was the body that they found, even though he was supposedly long dead. Like, how the fuck did his body wind up here? There's nothing in his grave. It doesn't even look like he was ever buried there at all. It just looks like they dug a hole and then put the dirt back in it. But then the guy falls through the hole and down into this underground cave that has like prison cells. And guess who's in one of the prison cells? Carol, the original cop, with no legs, no arms, and his mouth is sewn shut. But he's still alive. Holy shit. Holy shit. And Finch. This is where I remembered that Finch was the other cop's name. And he's actually a former army torture interrogator person.
Isn't there like a big pivotal scene early on where he tortures the Nailbiter? No, it wasn't a Nailbiter.
No, but you find out that he's like on. He's been suspended because he killed somebody in interrogation.
Right.
Because he just went a little too hard. Yeah.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah. And that's where volume 1 ends. I did start volume 2, but I haven't finished it. But I thought that the beginning of it was really interesting. So it starts with Alice. She's a minor character from volume 1 that we meet. And she meets this pregnant lady who has come to Buckaroo. And she's looking for the murder store. And turns out this pregnant lady is batshit crazy. She tells Alice that she's come to Buckaroo because she wants to give birth there so that her son can become a serial killer and make her famous. And Alice is like, you cuckoo-ca-choo. But then this woman goes into labor. Alice takes her to the hospital, and the doctors are like, oh, we're going to get this baby out. Yay, like doctors would normally say. And she's like, no, you're trying to take my baby from me, and stabs the doctor in the face with a syringe. And yeah, I'm still reading that.
I remember that.
It's crazy.
Did you find out already who Alice is?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, you'll find out.
I'm not even halfway through yet. I'll finish it tonight.
I think I read a lot. Oh man, I remember the underground thing. The underground thing leads to a lot of shit. I remember. I think there's a serial killer of serial killers.
Yeah, because we've seen like there's this person in like the horns and a mask, but we don't know who that person is yet.
Yes, I remember him. I don't remember much else. I really need to read this comic again because it's so good.
It is really, really good. The art style is awesome, but it's also super dark, which I mean, obviously. It does bother me a little bit that the Nailbiter looks kind of like John Smith in Pocahontas. Oh, God. Mel Gibson. He looks like Mel Gibson.
And he has yellow teeth, like from eating a lot of nails.
Yes. There's this one panel where when they go into his house the first time and there's blood everywhere. And they're like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, I butcher my own food. He takes him out to the barn and shows this poor cow carcass there. He's like, I gotta let off the steam. And it shows him like ripping through his cow. Oh my God. I am so sorry to our regular listening vegans. Oh, this graphic novel might not be for you.
But it is for everyone else. See, when I found this graphic novel, I really wanted a really good dark graphic novel because I was reading The Walking Dead and I think I had caught up to it. And I looked up and I found Nailbiter and I found The Crossed. You cannot read The Crossed.
Why not?
It is excessively violent and rapey.
Oh, no. I can't. No.
So the premise is that there's a virus, and the way that the virus manifests itself is by a cross appearing on people's faces. So it kind of looks like a scar.
Like Ash Wednesday.
Except it goes like from the top of the forehead all the way down to underneath the nose.
What?
And then across the eyes.
Like the eyebrows? Or...
What? No, it looks like a scar. It just looks like a scar. It's like down and across. And when they get like that, they will rape and kill anything they find.
Okay,
Even each other for fun.
No, I'm good. I'll stick with this. This is just dark enough for me to hopefully not give up.
Yeah.
Because it is dark as fuck. And oh my gosh, just reading it in bed at night. I'm glad I had Gilmore Girls on in the background because I really would have been a sobbing mess if I hadn't. I need some semblance of happy. I got my candle burning and my Gilmore Girls is on. I'm safe.
And
my husband's in the next room. There's a knife by the bed. It's all going to be okay.
But no dog.
I definitely made him check the apartment before I could comfortably go to sleep. I'm sure there's nothing hiding in the bathtub.
Yeah, no, there was nothing. We were safe. So that's a good start to your book horror.
It is. I mean, like, it's still really good. It's just terrifying.
And that's the point of it.
Yeah, no, I know that's the point. Like, they do a really good job of making you feel the terror. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Because I mean, Empire the Vampire, which is what I hope to review next week. It's got some freaky stuff, but it hasn't made me feel like fear. This is making me feel fear in my soul. Because I mean, we were talking earlier. What you asked me if it was scarier than Something Is Killing the Children. It's so much fucking scarier because it's real. It's not monsters. These are real people and things that have happened before. What the fuck?
Happen
every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's been a famous serial killer case in a long time. Because I feel like, I don't know.
You should listen to Small Town Murder. You'd be surprised.
Really? Oh, I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I just think about like Jeffrey Dahmer when we were children.
No.
Oh.
I mean, there's case to be said that they don't have to glamorize serial killers anymore because it's so easily accessible to find content on serial killers. So
people love serial killers. I don't get it. I will never understand that. I remember my mom bought me one year. Oh God, she's gonna listen to this and gonna text me about it. One year for Christmas, she bought me this like crime book, and it had a bunch of serial killer stuff in it. That's how I found out who Jeffrey Dahmer was. Oh man. Oh.
See, to me, the whole how they did it and what they did part of it is interesting. But
yeah,
to me,
and I can get that because I mean, like, it's interesting, like reading the fucked up stuff that is in here. I'm like, how do people come up with this shit?
But to me, it's even more interesting finding the legal proceedings afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes, there's so much red tape and fucking bureaucracy involved throughout this whole shit that
But then sometimes you wind up with people like Jeffrey Dahmer, and somebody just took care of it in prison.
And that's the way the world goes.
Yeah,
and that's
with
good.
A broomstick.
That's perfect.
A broomstick or a mop. I can't remember.
That is
a broomstick. Yeah.
Cathartic.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know, I don't think of myself as a violent person, but Yeah, I wouldn't have been upset seeing them take his life. No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, there's some people that don't.
Some people just do some incredibly fucked up stuff that I just don't think there's any coming back from.
Yep. So, anyways.
Yeah, we're getting too deep into this now. Yeah. So death penalty, pro or against.
Let it be known that corroded knife from a novel console is pro death penalty without proof.
No, I'm not.
No.
No. We don't want to kill innocent people, please and thank you.
Yeah. Especially in the South.
Oh God! We also don't want to kill people just for like drugs. Come on, stupid.
No, that's really stupid. So, anyway, back to where I was going.
Yeah. Where were you going?
What are you gonna rate this book?
5 stars.
5 stars?
5 stars. I mean, it gave me the heebie-jeebies, but that was the point. It was still a really, really good story. I feel like it's really well thought out. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like I figured anything out yet.
No,
so I like that.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm like convinced that Warren is involved somehow, but I don't know how yet.
I'm pretty sure that I read way past this issue that you're on, and I still had no sense of anything.
Yeah, because Volume 1, I think, is issue like 1 through 5 or something like that.
This sounds about right. Sounds like you're still starting. I think I read up to 20. I'm not sure, but yeah, like, to the point where I still hadn't figured anything out at all, because it does so many turnarounds, and times you think Nailbiter is the bad guy.
Warren.
Yeah, and at some points it makes you think that the cop that came into town is
Finch.
Finch is a bad guy.
Yeah, I've thought that a couple times. I think it about Alice. I think it even maybe about Crane. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it makes you just doubt everyone, which is good storytelling.
I mean, it's Buckaroo. You should doubt everyone.
Yeah, it's really good storytelling. All right, so let's go ahead and get into games and stuff. So for this week's game, we have Inmost. Inmost is a action-adventure platform indie game developed by Hidden Layer Games and published by Chucklefish. It was originally released October 11th, 2019 for the iOS App Store, and later it got ported to other platforms on August 21st, 2020. Basically, the game follows the story of a young girl, a stoic knight, and a man in search of answers, and these stories are interconnected to a creature which feeds on pain, and it's set on 2 different worlds. That's straight from the Wikipedia. But I have to say, I've been wanting an excuse to play this game for a while. I played it on Switch, and I was pleasantly entertained and pleasantly surprised about how much I actually like this game.
I know you said this may be one of your new favorite developers or something like that.
Well, publishers,
excuse me.
Because Chucklefish also published Eastward, which is a game that I wanted to review last week, but I couldn't, so it's going to have to wait till November if I decide to do it, which...
My birthday month, we can only review Karradyne approved things. Corroded knife things.
Corroded knife things. So, yeah, if you haven't played Inmost, go play Inmost. Not Inmost, Eastward. Play Inmost too. Eastward is so good. It's so...
wholesome and cute and...
Yes, it's like...
Great.
It's like an IV of puppies and kittens and cotton candy and... sadness at the same time. Yeah, it's so good. It's such a good game. So in this game, in Inmost, I love the graphics from the start. It's it's all sprite based, so it's all hand drawn and sprites and whatever, and it has this very monochrome tone to the drawings. It's all kind of in a grayscale. And there are certain pops of color in certain spots whenever you take damage or something's happening in the story that is intense. The screen might start to change color. And it just adds these little nice effects that complement the game and make it have more impact than just, having a regular, fully colored whatever game would have. I also love the sound design. The music in the game is fantastic. It is atmospheric. It creates tension. It creates a sense of dread. It just fits the tone of the game to a T. There are a couple of scenes where you're being chased by something, and while you're being chased, the music just goes really heavy, really tense, like run, you're gonna get killed. And it sounds so good. There's a lot of scenes where it's raining and thundering, and it just sounds like actual rain and thunder. It doesn't sound like stock generated. It actually sounds like somebody stood in the rain with a microphone and recorded the whole thing. Which the game itself, when you buy it on the Switch store, at the end of the list of all the stuff that's in the game, it says perfect to play on a dark, stormy, rainy night for 4 to 5 hours, because that's the length of the game. It lasts about 3 to 4 hours, which for the price that it is, which I think it's around $20, it is perfect.
You know what I thought of when I was looking at it?
What?
It made me think of Lothlorien because of all the pretty blue hues. You know what I'm talking about? Can you picture Lothlorien? Yeah. Like those woods and how everything's a blue hue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's just because of the color scheme. Nothing else.
It gave me a lot of Dark Souls, maybe Bloodborne vibes to the colors and the architecture in the game too. Especially early on in the man's campaign where you're exploring the sewers of this castle. Yeah, I felt that. So speaking of which, the three characters, right? You have the man, the knight, and the girl. The girl, it's a little girl in a house. There's two adults in the house, which you don't know if it's her parents or not. And she is trying to find what is the secret they're keeping in this house. Well, you find out the secret at the end of the game, and it's a very dark secret. It was actually, wow, I wasn't expecting that. The man story is somewhat parallel to the knight's story, and it feels like it's in a separate world instead of the world where the little girl's story takes place in.
Uh-huh.
But it feels more like it's a meta world where shadows have taken over the world and they're everywhere. The knight's story is him trying to find soul flowers to give to the Keeper of Light, which is this giant monster.
The Keeper of Light is a monster?
It's a giant shadow monster. And he is the one that decides who gets a soul flower or not. So you're going around killing all these shadows, taking their soul flowers to give to him. And you also don't have a soul flower, so your knight stole a soul flower from somebody. I didn't, while you're playing the game, you're probably not going to understand that the whole story is a metaphor for something much bigger in the end. And when the reveals come, they come immediately one after the other in about a 30-minute time frame where they answer every single question that the game creates throughout the campaign. It just answers everything. And the way that it was handled was perfect. I loved everything about it. The story ends up having a message about pain, loss, acceptance, grief, and going through pain without question for those that you love. And I just love that all of that is just wrapped up in this nice, creepy little horror package that lasts 3 to 4 hours. And it's super accessible for anybody to play because you die, you respawn right there, and you continue doing what you're doing. And the platforming's easy. The puzzle elements in the game are super easy and understandable. It's just a small, short, well-designed game.
Somebody like me could play it.
Yes, I think that if you played it, you would love it. I think that you would really like this game. I think you would actually cry.
I cry a lot.
Yeah.
At the drop of a hat.
I did find some problems with the game. The major problem is that the load times are really long for some reason. And the other one is that when I was trying to climb onto certain specific things like ladders or ledges, sometimes it wouldn't respond the way that I wanted to. And instead of climbing a ladder, I would just jump off the ledge for some reason. But it still wasn't enough to be any sort of detracting point of the game. It still just kept the same sense of it's creepy, it's dark, there's tension, there's something bad is happening, and you just got to get down to the bottom of this mystery. And I just loved the game. I loved it so much. It was so good. It's very short. It's a 10 out of 10.
But I mean, short and sweet, like, it seals the deal sometimes.
It does. I mean, it was... I've been wanting an excuse to play this game for the longest time, and now, having Horror Month, I get to sit down and play it. And I sat here for, 4 hours while I beat the game. Mm-hmm. I took a couple of breaks to get some water, go to the bathroom or whatever. And every time I would get up, I would go to you and I would tell you, Karradyne, this game is amazing. This is so good.
I need you to play a game that's going to make you crap your pants like I almost did, though.
I am, because I was going to play Soma with our guest, and that one I'm not too happy about. I'm kind of dreading.
You're going to have to check the apartment for yourself.
Yep.
Your own mental health.
Yep. Make sure that the toaster doesn't start talking to me and trying to take my soul and humanity. What?
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 I don't know.
Really?
Maybe.
Is that a thing?
Probably.
Oh my God. Don't let me watch Brave Little Toaster ever again.
Brave Little
Brave Little Toaster is
He's
actually...
gonna wear your skin.
It was a very scary movie for me as a child. It was terrifying.
Why?
I don't know. That vacuum cleaner was really scary.
And
I was always worried about Blanky.
I never watched that movie.
You never watched The Brave Little Toaster? No. We should watch it for Horror Month because it's very, very scary.
I watched, what's it called? We're Back, the dinosaur story.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
No.
No. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not a movie person. But yeah, this game is a definite 10 out of 10. If you can find this game on special or get it for free or whatever, just play this game.
Do it.
It takes 4 hours and it's so good. It had moments where throughout this whole tense and scary story that was happening, I was actually laughing at some of the dialogue and the conversations going on in the game. Like, for example, there's a scene where the little girl finds a stuffed rabbit, and she starts playing with the rabbit and gives it her own voice and whatever. And they decide to have a tea party, and they go exploring the house. They come back to the tea party, and the rabbit tells her, "Can we please just eat our imaginary cakes? We need to get some spoons and eat our imaginary cakes before they go stale. Do you know how hard I worked on making these imaginary cakes?
Oh.
First, I had to find imaginary eggs. And do you know how to find imaginary eggs? Because I didn't. You have to find an imaginary chicken. And where do you even find the imaginary chicken? Where does it come from?
With Sonny and Cher.
No. Does the imaginary chicken come from somebody's imagination, or does it come from an imaginary egg? And at that point, what came first, the imaginary chicken or the imaginary egg?
Oh my God.
Just sitting there just reading the stupid little rabbit going on and on about the imaginary egg.
And I promise I'm not crazy. Go watch Venom and Sonny and Cher will make sense.
Yeah. But yeah, it has those cute little moments, and it's just wonderful.
It sounds lovely.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful game. Probably one of the most surprising games I've ever played. Well, I've played in a long time that I've been like, oh, I want to play that. And when I play, I'm like, wow, that is way more than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
It's been a while since we've had something that wasn't like 9.2.
Yeah.
Point something.
Yeah, because even the things that would detract from it really aren't that terrible. They're just minor inconveniences. And if you're a person that gets stressed out easily, then they just feel like respites. So that's pretty good. All right, so are you ready for our favorite segment?
Give me the garbage!
All right, that is Give Me the Garbage.
This week's restaurant is Junior Colombian Burger in Orlando. So, we have been to Junior Colombian Burger many a time. We have not been to Junior Colombian Burger in a very long time.
Yep.
Okay, so basically, do you want to explain like what this place is since you knew it way before I did?
No. This is your segment.
It is a Brazilian. No, not Brazilian. Oh my God, cut that out, please.
It's no, it's
please
staying.
Cut that out. No,
it's staying on. It's on the name. It's Colombian, not Brazilian.
Why did I say it was Brazilian? What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
It's literally Colombian.
Yeah, it's in the
Oh
name.
my God, I can't. I'm really tired. Okay. We're going to say that that's the excuse. Anyway, it is a Colombian burger joint. It's a fast food joint. It's really good hangover food. They're open till 4 o'clock in the morning to serve all of your drunken needs. But let me explain to you what is on these burgers. So, you got their pink sauce. You got their potato chips, which are crushed up. You got American cheese, Angus beef, you got their pineapple sauce, you got onions, tomato, lettuce, and garlic sauce all on this burger. And they also put it on burger burritos. They put it on hot dogs. They put it on Impossible Burgers.
They put it on a whole lot of things. I think they even put it on their French fries, right?
Do they have loaded like Colombian fries?
I imagine they should.
I'm sure they do.
But the burgers are what people go there for, which after eating there again yesterday and having the hot dog and the burger at the same time, I wouldn't be against them changing their name to Junior Colombian Hot Dog.
Oh my God, that hot dog. I wanted to go back today and get just hot dogs. Because the burger's amazing. I mean, that patty is super, super juicy. It is one of the juiciest hamburger patties I've ever had in my life. Oh my gosh. They put it on, is it a poppy seed bun?
No, it's not a poppy seed bun.
It's not poppy seed. I can't remember what kind of bun.
It's a regular burger
Steamed bun, yeah.
It's important to say that the American cheese that they use is not the yellow American Kraft single slice.
No, it's white American cheese.
Is the white American cheese.
It's so good.
It works perfect.
And I always, when he first told me about this place, I thought the potato chips would be weird. Nope. The potato chips make it. The potato chips and the sauce.
The pineapple sauce.
Make it. Oh my gosh. Their sauces are so good. They have all of the sauces like over to the side for you to get in little dipping cups for your French fries, which is amazing. And that hot dog was just, oh my gosh, it was so warm. It was so fresh.
So it's a really fat hot dog too that they give you.
Huge.
Did you look inside the bun that the hot dog is cut down the middle? And
I
spread
noticed
open?
when I was eating it that it was cut open.
They put the potato sticks, the sauces. They add ketchup to it, and it is messy, but oh my God, it's delicious.
So good. Oh my Lord. All of it is really, really messy. I mean, we were sitting there like napkin after napkin after napkin after napkin. It's all super messy, but it is so tasty. It's so moist and flavorful. So flavorful. Those sauces, especially that garlic sauce, it packs a punch. It is good as fuck.
Yeah, that's a really good sauce. The pineapple sauce is just what sells the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like the perfect amount of sweet to combat all of
the saltiness and richness.
Yeah, really is.
I really I've loved every time that I got a bite of that juicy beef hot dog, because it's not a crap hot dog. It's a really good quality hot dog. And you would get like all the rich saltiness and then a little bit of that sweet on top with a crunch of the potatoes. Oh my God, I just want another one right now.
So tasty.
It was delicious. It was exactly what we wanted for Gorbage. Which it's weird because they also had the Chicago dogs too. So I don't know if Chicago dogs are becoming a trend and everybody's starting to get Chicago dogs in their menu, but
I thought we were going to order the Chicago dog. No, I'm glad we didn't.
I would love to try their Chicago dog, but
compare it to hot dog heaven.
Oh man, are we really gonna do a competition of the Chicago dogs?
No, let's not. It's too much. It's all too much.
Eat like 7 different Chicago dogs from different places. Pick the best one.
But then we also got dessert afterwards, not from Colombian Burger, but...
You didn't take pictures of the things, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't. Fuck.
No.
Never mind. We're not going to tell you about the dessert because we don't have photos of it. It was tasty, though.
Yeah, next time we go, we take pictures and we'll talk about
Next time you're in Orlando and you want a cheap meal that we have reviewed... Colombian Burger. That's a good one.
Colombian Burger is a really good one.
Lots of the places we go are cheap, but not Melting Pot. Don't go there.
No, not Melting Pot. That's expensive. I used to go a lot to Colombian Burger when I worked at Universal Studios.
When you worked late nights. I remember you going to the pool hall with Nick, and you would all go get burgers at Colombian Burger afterwards at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Crazy asses.
Yeah. And sometimes we would go to Super Saiyan and then go to the pool hall, but Super Saiyan, it's not.
You better bet your ass when the one opens over here, we're gonna go.
Yeah, we have to go. Super Saiyan. It used to be
Super
good.
3.
It used to be good.
Where's Super 2?
I think it's far.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where, but it's not in Orlando. But yeah, what do you want to give Colombian Burger?
It's a garbage.
It's a garbage.
Yeah.
It's a definite garbage.
And those fries are really crispy. I know we've completely neglected the fries.
Yeah, the fries are really crispy,
but like the burger and the hot dog are so good that like you just kind of forget that they're there.
Yeah. They're like an afterthought after you eat that delicious burger.
But they are really good.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So imagine if those fries are really, really good. They're some of the best fries you can get in a fast food place. Imagine how good the burgers are that the fries are.
We forgot about them,
the
basically.
fries are completely inconsequential to the whole meal.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, boy, that is great.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some housekeeping. This has been an hour and 7 minutes. Wow, already.
We're really long-winded these days, aren't we?
I feel like we haven't said anything at all. So first off, go sign up for our Patreon. We're still doing the Marvel MCU journey.
We're not going to make any promises on when anything's going to come out anymore. We're just not.
It's just know that it's coming.
Yeah.
Someday.
It'll be there when it gets there.
Yeah. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at anovelconsole and on Facebook at facebook.com/anovelconsole. Don't forget to tell your friends that they can find the podcast on most major podcast streaming platforms and that they can also listen on YouTube by searching for A Novel Console. Don't forget to tell them to subscribe, like, and comment, which we would be extremely happy if they did. You should also leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts so that more people can find us, and you can also email us at anovelconsole@gmail.com, and we will read your email on the show. And our art was done by Metamorphic on Instagram. You'll find her link in the show notes. Anything else you want to say before we end this week's episode?
Stay safe. Avoid biting your nails in public so people can't see that you're a nail biter.
That is a good advice.
I'm going to call my sister right now and tell her to stop biting her nails in public.
No, let her keep biting her nails in
public.
public.
No, don't say that.
You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.